isn't it obvious, I mean, logically, statistically, whatever, that either you've got a whole bunch of different groups, and they're all wrong, except one, that's our group, of course, they're all wrong, you can see they're deluded, so it's our mission now to undelude them, to wake them up and make them see the error of their ways and bring them over to where we are, which is in, the bright light of truth and understanding and wisdom. Or else, if they persist in their point of view, which is incompatible with ours, we can only construe that, we can only regard that as potentially to our detriment, insofar as they can either threaten our sense of reality, our sense of what is right and wrong, what is true and false, or else they can threaten us physically by raising themselves up against us in a political fashion for some political reason, which is, it happens. So that's one possibility. The other possibility is that there are all these groups and they're all wrong, and those groups consist of all the people in the world. There's no one person outside of that group, outside of those, that doesn't belong to one of those groups. So you can put them all together in one giant group, the group of people who are deluded in various ways, and that none of them are right. And I think that's more likely the case. And if that is the case, and I'm pretty sure it is, then we have to doubt our own sense of reality. Well, it's something that's not easily done. I don't think anyone is going to voluntarily do that. But we have to say that our sense of reality is identical in the way, in its sense, in its qualia, in its qualitative sensation in our conscious minds. Our sense of consciousness is identical with that of any deluded person, however deluded they might be. So that those people who we see to be completely deluded in their beliefs are experiencing exactly what we experience when we are sure of what we know. If that's the way it is, and I'm telling you, this is what I'm saying, I'm advocating that here and now, that is the way it is, then we have a situation where all it takes is for everybody to say, okay, of course everyone else is deluded except me, which leads to a high probability that of course everyone's deluded, including me. I mean, it's intuitively repugnant, but nevertheless it's statistically and logically, more likely. As soon as everyone says, yes, you're all deluded, and I guess I am too, but at least I'm not with you in your particular belief, I'll have to modify my belief to get it right, just like you'll have to do, then we're all in the same group. We're all in the same group as soon as we do that. What's stopping us from seeking, actively seeking a higher consciousness or a better consciousness or a greater sense of an understanding of reality in the world is that we're busily fighting one another in political struggles that are fueled by these divisions, these artificial divisions, I guess, and artificial, these strange divisions that happen between people as a result of their beliefs. And their beliefs are not chosen, they're not voluntary. They're beliefs which come upon them as a result of their upbringing, their culture, and their experience. And they're always going to be different because everyone's experience is different, and most people's cultures, where cultures are different. People's families are different. People's circumstances and experiences are always different. Therefore, their beliefs are going to be different, and their view of the world and themselves is going to be different. Therefore, what they depend upon for a sense of self is itself going to be something that's open to question, which they themselves can't question, but those who are not like them will question, and that will seem like a personal attack. That's why there's so much people saying you're a liar, they're liars, we're not liars, they're lying about us. I hear this language, I think, oh, what's going on? What's going on? They're encouraging their own groups to accuse the opposing groups of being liars and being subversive, and it's just subversive, and it's just not helpful. In fact, it's counterproductive, because if people are seeking the truth, it shouldn't be let's destroy those threats to our sense of what is real. That's not the way to seek the truth. The way to seek the truth is to find out what is going on. Why are there so many deluded people? The answer to that question answers the question of whether or not you're deluded. If there are so many deluded people for a reason that's easy to be understood, that reason, if it applies to all those different groups and all those different lands and all those different circumstances and times throughout the world, that reason either does or does not apply to you, to us, to me. And it's pretty obvious that if it applies to all the rest of the world, that it must apply to us as well, despite our intuitive sense that it can't possibly do so. So that's what it takes. It takes saying, the world is mysterious, people are deluded, I'm a person, I'm deluded too.